Hey everyone, this is Ronak Ahuja. I welcome you all again. Did you fail to file your income tax returns for the financial year 2024-25 and wondering if you can still file your returns by the end of December 2025 and claim your tax refunds? If this is your question, I will ask you to wait till the end of this video to get the answers to your questions. Also, if you haven't filed your returns for earlier years as well, that is for financial year 2023-24 and earlier, then in that case also would request you to wait till the end of this video to get the answers. So without wasting any further time, let's quickly begin. For all the incomes that were earned during the financial year 2024-25, the returns for the same were required to be filed by the extended due date, which was 16th of October 2025. Now, in case you fail to file the returns by the 16th of October, then in such cases, you can still file your returns by the 31st of December 2025. This means, in case you failed to file your income tax return and did not apply for your income tax refund, then in such cases, you can still do that by filing a return by the 31st of December 2025. Such a type of return is also called a belated return. That is, any return that is filed after the due date but before the 31st of December 2025, such returns are also called belated returns. Now let's quickly see a few FAQs on the belated return. Now, when can you file a belated return? A belated return can be filed in case you fail to file your income tax return within the due date. This means if you fail to file your income tax return for the financial year 2024-25, you can still file a belated return. Now, what's the time limit for filing a belated return? A belated return can be filed up to the 31st of December 2025 for returns relating to the financial year 2024-25. This means you still have a chance to claim your tax refunds for the financial year 24-25, and the last date would be 31st of December. Now, what happens in case you make a mistake? Are the belated returns allowed for revision? The answer is yes. You can revise your belated returns as well any number of times, but that too only up to the 31st of December 2025. This means if you make a mistake while filing your belated return, you can correct it, but only up to the 31st of December 2025. Beyond that, you won't be able to revise your belated return. This means you cannot revise your returns beyond the 31st of December. Now, what are the consequences if you file a belated return? That is, in case you fail to file the original return within the due date. In that case, you will be levied a penalty or interest as per section 234A and 234F. Further, you won't be able to carry forward your losses which are falling under the head business or profession or losses from capital gains. Now, are there any separate ITR forms notified for filing a belated return or a late return? The answer would be no. You can use the same ITR forms that you would have used to file your original return within the due date. The only additional thing that you need to do in such cases would be to choose an additional option in the Part A of the general schedule as shown in the snapshot to my left. Are we eligible to claim a tax refund by filing a belated return or a late return? The answer would be yes. Although we failed to file the return within the original due date, we'll still be eligible to claim the tax refund by filing a belated return or a late return. The only additional thing we'll need to pay in return would be an interest or a penalty levied under section 234A and F. Now, all this time we had been talking about the returns that were pertaining to the financial year 24-25. Now, what about the returns that pertain to financial years prior to financial year 24-25? In such cases, we won't be able to file any revised return or belated return. The due dates for all those financial years have been mentioned to my left. So what is the solution in such a case? For all the returns that pertain to financial years prior to the financial year 2024-25, you won't be able to file a belated return now. In such a case, the only option available to you would be to file an updated return. That too with certain restrictions. One such additional restriction and condition to file an updated return is that in case you have a tax refund or a TDS refund, then in such a case you won't be able to file an updated return. Yes, you heard that right. In case you're wanting to claim a tax refund for the financial year 23-24 or earlier years, you won't be able to file an updated return. This means that you have already lost your TDS for those earlier years, and there is no other option in that case. Now, this would also mean that in case you file your returns for the financial year 24-25 after the 31st of December 2025, you'll have to do it through the updated return only. Now, in case you want to know more about the updated return, you'll have to wait for our next video, or in case you are watching this video a little later, the link to that video is mentioned in the comment section. Do watch that as well. So this was all about the belated return or a late return. For the updated return, keep watching.